My name is Amber Reed, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, you could have ate healthy, you chose not to, do you really need to go on vacation, you need to buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, Grüße aus Deutschland, greetings from Germany. Miss Amber's posted another video. Am I looking for a girlfriend? If I lose weight, no one will watch me anymore. The video is 17 minutes roughly long, so let's see what she has to say.
I was literally just in the middle of doing my eyebrows when a massive bug.
A massive bug. Oh, Jesus. You do live a life of extremes, don't you, Amber?
Just flew into the window and died. From the outside, obviously.
Okay.
They thought they could fly in here and it just went dong. That's the noise it made. Literally dong. Oh, that was hard to see. That was sad.
You probably died from the stench in your apartment, girl.
Okay, so I'm not done with my makeup. I'm still mid-makeup, but I have had so many DMs on Instagram of people asking.
Oh God. Did we not just talk about this in my comment section? Whenever Pookie says so many people were asking, or people are confused about, or I received Instagram messages, it's code for I've been monitoring my reaction channels and their comment sections, and here's what I have to say about that. I don't know who wants to know what kind of makeup she uses. Oh my gosh. By the way, she looks rough. There's so little life left in those eyes. Look at that.
About the glitter that I'm wearing. Well, I'm not currently wearing it. I might wear it today. I don't know. It is NYX Professional Makeup Glitter Brilliance. It's for your face, body, whatever you want it to be. And then
Oh, I thought you could eat it. I thought that's what you bought it for, dude. How dim is your light?
this one is in the color 07 Glee. G-L-I.
Yes, please enunciate because I'm taking notes over here.
So it's this cute little guy here. Hi guys. So
Crying again, really.
update on my life. I finished my makeup. I went outside for a walk.
Oh, you didn't.
Saw some people. Waved at some people. Smiled.
Oh God, she is so far gone. It's like she's spending 90% of the time in her videos trying to talk about a life that she wishes she had. Waving at some people, really. Amber, get some help.
With some people. Made small talk with some people.
Of course you did. Oh my God.
And it was nice. And Twinkie got pet on by some strangers. Sometimes I'm weird about that. I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I came.
Because you're lying. That's why you can't look at the camera, and you can't vlog outside because you can't walk anymore without taking, according to what you said, taking the eyes off where you're walking, because otherwise you're gonna fall. Are you joking me? And you can't even take a picture of you walking, Twinkie. You know people are concerned about where Twinkie is and how she's doing. You're just your personality is so bad.
Back inside. Like, I was in a good mood. I came back inside. I was okay. But then, like, I don't know. I just started writing poetry. And I have not
Please don't read it. For the love of God. Do not read it.
written poetry in a really long time. Like, writing used to be, like, really special to me. Like,
And what are you talking about? You haven't written poem in a while. You just, was it last week? When you wrote that poem that you sold us as a poem that you wrote when you were 15 years old. So why are you lying?
Poetry is one of my favorite forms of art besides like music and stuff. I can't create that. But I used to create a lot of poems, and that was my form of art. And I eventually like realized
I suck at it. I mean, I don't care. She can fill every one of her journals with poetry. I don't care if it helps her deal with whatever. It's fine by me.
wasn't passionate about it anymore because a lot of like outside influence, and so I stopped writing.
Wait, so you're blaming the outside influence on not writing poetry anymore, even though it helped you? You know, if you were anybody else on the planet, I would say, of course, you lose your interest for, or you lose the passion for your interests when you're depressed. But with you, it's so much more convoluted because by now your soul has got to be screaming and keeping you up at night because you're lying so much. I mean, your body does not even want to cooperate anymore when you lie. You keep shaking your head when you make statements where you're trying to emphasize something. And so, in your case, it's different. I mean, you've been basically not working for, let's say, a decade, and you could have written poetry, and you didn't. So now you're trying to blame outside. Whatever, move on.
For years, I did. And when I journal, like there are moments where like I'll maybe write a poem that's like a couple sentences, but nothing like how I used to write. I will say like how I used to write like a decade ago. No, definitely not the way I write now. Like I've
So you're complaining about that. You have nothing better to complain about concerning your life, but the fact that you would like to journal, but you don't feel the passion for it anymore. Damn, it's like every vlog is a slap in the face of everybody hard working out here that is constantly improving their lives and their personality. She's such a joke.
changed my writing style for sure, but like I just subconsciously feel like my writing is never good enough and whatever it may be, because it was never about that. It was never about like, oh my god, what a great poem. It was more so about the way it made me feel.
Okay, then why did you depend on reactions from the outside? Is what I would like to know. Or are you just trying to be victim Lynn here again and post another crying video? Is that what's going on right now?
And I stopped feeling that way because of like outside things. But I just wrote a poem and it just like really hurt. It did. I guess it needs to happen though, like, because I remember yesterday I kept holding back tears all day long, like literally all day long. And normally I just let myself cry. But all day yesterday, I had this lump in my throat and I just wanted to cry so bad. And I wouldn't let myself.
It's so ridiculous how she checks herself out in the viewfinder while she's crying.
And then it was finally nighttime. I'd say after like 10 hours of just like holding on strong.
See, she's barely looking at us anymore. And again, for anybody else out there, if they were crying on camera, I'd say, oh my gosh, you look miserable. What's going on? Tell us about it, right? But in Amber's case, who's lied so much for the YouTube coin, I'm just thinking, what is she lying about now? You know, to clickbait and monetize it.
I finally just let myself do it. I just started bawling my eyes out.
Okay, so you cried. Move on.
And I felt so much better afterwards.
You look like you feel so much better. All right, move on.
And it made me realize that crying is actually helping me. And I know that sounds crazy.
How can that sound crazy? Are you crazy? Crying gets the sad out. But with you crying like all the time, like every single day about a mutual breakup, you need professional help. That's all I can say to that.
Because I cry on here all the time and people talk shit about it, but I don't care.
Because you would sell your grandmother for the YouTube coin. You would walk over dead bodies to to get that YouTube coin. You are a stone cold bitch, and we know it. That's why nobody's buying your spiel anymore.
Like, it's helping me to, like, just, like, gets out something.
Okay, but you could do it off camera too. Can you not do that? Have you never learned to be on your own, be with yourself, be with your own thoughts and feelings and work with that? Like you say, you journal a lot. I'm seriously starting to wonder what you journal when there's no progress made in your life. I mean, even if she just wrote down, hey, what is my life about? What does it all mean? Why am I here, right? I know she would never have thoughts like that. But let's say, and then she would write down, so I weigh 600 pounds. I'm not leaving the apartment anymore. I lie to my audience for money. My doggy's getting bigger and bigger, and my cats are depressed. My apartment stinks. My body is a mess. And then she reads what she just wrote, right? And then it would, like, eventually sink in, like, oh my gosh, what is my life? And then she could start making changes, but not this girl. For almost a decade, and she keeps sounding so proud about it. For almost a decade, she's been lying her butt off on the internet and exploiting and monetizing everything, and even making up shit just to have an income. And she's still not ashamed enough to stop doing it.
So as I was writing this poem, I'm just like crying, and it was just like a whole therapeutic experience, to be honest.
Yeah, everything's always therapeutic, but nothing ever changes in your life. So I don't know what you're flapping about now. Actually, I would like to skip ahead, so please come to an end.
It really was. And I know after this wave of sadness and these wave of tears and emotions, once it goes away, I'll be okay again. And
Yeah, you really look okay.
I'm just gonna give it a little bit of time, and then I'm gonna start filming again. But I just wanted to let you guys know kind of where my head's at currently, because I'm just like,
I'm just like, what?
really emotional.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, your life is so bad, everything is so extreme, everything is so intense, and life is so unfair, and everything's just happening to you. And yeah, I know, and the mutual breakup is really breaking your heart. I get it. All of it makes sense to us out here.
Lately, really emotional. I'm
For weeks now, does that not worry you on some level?
going through something
Yeah, you're realizing that you're fucked without your caretaker.
that is obviously clearly affecting me.
Yeah, of course. Of course it's affecting you.
And not everyone is affected by the same things.
No, you have a very low threshold of what overtaxes you. A very low threshold.
But this is affecting me in a way that I literally was not expecting. So
Yeah, okay. Move on.
breakups are really hard, and
Mutual breakups are not. You can be a little sad about them, but you didn't just recently break up. Even if it had been a full-blown breakup with Wipey breaking up with you, which is actually what happened, but quite a while back, at least over a year ago, then you can be sad, and then I would understand how you're feeling this way, but you're lying about this. You're lying about it just like you do about the weight loss surgery arc.
depending on certain circumstances, it could be harder for others or freeing for others, or some people are so happy after a breakup. Some people,
Yeah, mutual breakups usually cause that kind of feeling, like a certain feeling of relief. Because a mutual, you definitely need to Google the definition of mutual. In the breakup video alone, you said the word mutual 3 times. How dense is she?
fucking devastated, and that's just where I'm at right now. And
Yeah, okay, we understand it, but you keep on turning in circles, and you keep using the same words even to describe where you're at. We know where you're at. How about you go off the internet and just take a break and regroup and get your ducks in a row? Because this to me screams somebody's gonna come through that doorway behind you with a straitjacket, you know? Because you have spun out of control.
and it's gonna be like that for a little bit.
then nobody's gonna react to you or watch you anymore, because this is just idiotic.
It's gonna be like that for a little bit. And I've been getting so many messages on Instagram, which has been amazing, and I thank you guys so much.
Oh,
But there was one that was just like, I appreciate you being so vulnerable.
that's what she said in yesterday's video, guys. I can't.
And relatable. And the
You are not relatable at all. You talk crazy. None of what you've been serving us makes sense, and deep down inside you've got to know it, unless you're completely gone.
fact that you were doing this in front of a large audience
Only shows the level of desperation you are on to continue having an income.
just goes to show how strong you are. And
No, it proves the opposite. You are not strong enough to function in the real world out here. That's why you've been hiding out in apartments and houses, and most of the time, most of your life, mooching off of others. Now you're mooching off of YouTube, and you're still not feeling bad. You still don't feel the need to kick yourself in the ass and say, I gotta do something with my life. Or, since I can afford myself the luxury of being able to sit on my ass all day long, maybe I go out there and help out the community. Help out in the homeless kitchen or in the homeless shelter or whatever. But no, she sits on her ass all day long feeling sorry for herself. That doesn't fly with me.
and it just like truly meant the world to me to read those words. God, I can't believe I just did my makeup. And now my makeup's all messed up.
Yeah, who cares?
Oh, only me, you know? I just feel like I need to let myself feel.
You've been doing that, or did you not feel anything while you were on the gummies and talking crazy? And yelling into the microphone, that was so annoying.
Because by not allowing myself to feel, I'm not gonna heal.
You said that before. You said the first time I heard you say that was years ago. And wasn't it about the time, like around 2018, 2019, when you got the book, the workbook for self-love, and you held it into the camera, and then Justine, Kicking Geese's sister Erica, bought it, and because she bought it, I bought it too, and it's a great book. And you had so many points in time where you could have healed, where you could have actively worked on yourself, but you decided to stuff your face, just stuff everything and not work on anything every single time. And so here we are, almost a decade of you uploading videos and not making any progress.
And as someone who is daily vlogging for 15 days, you guys are going to see that process happen. And I just need you guys to be patient with me, please.
You can ask for it, but I can't assure it. I want to cut you off right now because I'm not buying the crying videos anymore. That sympathy for you has stopped a long time ago. A long time ago.
Because I can't control.
Yes, you can, and you also have control over when you turn the camera on, but you're doing this for money because you're a piece of shit.
How I feel currently, but I'm trying my hardest to control like my actions around it.
Okay, then turn off the camera.
I'm trying really hard, so.
Yeah, and you just check yourself out in the viewfinder to make sure that it's the appropriate expression on your face while you're trying to serve us some more bullshit.
But yeah, just patience, please.
Many, many minutes later.
I just interrupted the reaction to this video, and I took a little bit of a break to explore why it triggers me so much that she's been doing this. I'm so sad and boohoo, and look at me cry, and people are so mean to me, and everybody please be understanding and be patient. Okay, the reason why it triggers me so much is because I had several breakups in my life. And I remember times, especially in my 20s, I had a full-time job. It was a demanding job. I worked for the US military. And, working all day long in an office, you gotta do paperwork, you gotta focus on that, you gotta answer phones, you gotta interact with other people. And so when there's a breakup that's really devastating to you, you don't feel like talking to anybody. And so I just revisited one of those breakups, and it's like, so you cry for about, or I did, You guys can probably relate. So I thought my world was falling apart, and it makes no difference if he broke up. Most of the time I broke up with him because, hey, I had to learn the hard way that if you don't tell them where the line is, then they're, just gonna keep moving the line. And so, so a breakup. And so, for the first couple of days, nothing but crying and feeling like my world is falling apart. Maybe a little bit alcohol involved, or I don't know. I wasn't too much into substances, and so crying, crying, crying. Probably calling in if it happened during the week. Calling in sick to work, and affording myself 2 mental health days. But then I had to get back on the horse. I couldn't sit there for 4 weeks. I mean, I think the whole thing is a lie anyway, but what she's trying to sell us, what she's portraying on her channel right now is, so it was a mutual breakup, and I'm so devastated by it because I have no idea what the word mutual means, that I'm just going to put my life on hold, completely self-destruct, even add drugs to the mix, and just, totally infuriate my audience because I don't care about anything anymore. And that's what she's been doing for 4 weeks already. And that drives me up the wall. I never got the chance to do it. I'm not envious of her life. I wouldn't want to be in her shoes for 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. But a lot of us out here don't get to take 4 weeks off just because there was a mutual breakup. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Anyways, I am going to journal just a little bit more and then
Ugh, you are such a sissy. I can't believe it.
get out of this headspace because it will go away. It comes in waves.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut you off here and see if you're actually doing something else in this video. Of course, stuffing face, why not? I don't support this on my channel, so I'm gonna skip ahead.
So I don't know why this is a hot topic, but
Oh, there's another euphemism for she's been grazing the reaction channels and the comment sections.
I showed you guys me just taking a filtered selfie on my Snapchat.
Yeah, okay, and it doesn't look like you at all, do you? Are you not aware of that at all? Is your self-diagnosed body dysmorphia so bad that you actually think that this reflects what you look like? Let me help you out a bit here.
Which this is something I do every day and I've done for years. I only communicate with my personal, in real life friends or family.
Yeah, you have none. And your family, who are you in touch with, Amber? Who of your family members are you still in touch with? Or have you alienated all of them because they cannot believe what you are doing with your life?
Family or whatever it may be on Snapchat, and we're always sending photos back and forth or whatever it is.
Okay, in your dreams.
And now people have a conspiracy that I'm looking for a girlfriend because
Conspiracy. Look up the definition of that word. And guys, don't tell me in the comments how it's a common thing nowadays. People cannot change the definition of a word just by abusing it, by misusing it all the time. Amber is being an idiot for using this word over and over again.
I showed you a filtered photo. The stretching has gone way too far, folks. I promise you, I'm literally just sending this to one of my really good friends, okay?
Okay, so you're not looking for a girlfriend. All right. Hey, I wouldn't fault you. You have problems being on your own. You can't even wipe your own butt. You can't do your own chores. I get that. Get yourself a caretaker. Get yourself a caretaker. That's all there is to it. You don't have to introduce that person to us. Just let them come over when the camera is turned off. That shouldn't be so hard. But I also hate to be the one to burst your bubble. Your channel does not have long left if you continue to be on your channel by yourself and just whining about your life. You have to do something else with your free time.
Hey. Y'all, I don't know what is happening, but my mood is so much better right now. I just changed the litter box. I have a load of laundry started.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. She can't stop with this shit. What has happened to these vlogs?
clean it a little bit, pack it a little bit, and I just feel so much better. I told you, it's like that crying session.
You can't even look at the camera anymore. You are just non-stop lying. What kind of a life is that, Amber? Are you really happy with yourself? When you turn everything off at night and you pop your melatonin gummies, which I wish you wouldn't, but hey, it's your body and your mind. Don't you reflect upon life a little bit and think, am I happy with what I did with my life today? And are you, if you're asking yourself that question, are you really happy with how you spend your days?
That needs to happen every single day. And I'm fine with that for now. But since we're in my good old room, y'all, there's so many things that I have to like go through and look at and like be sad about getting rid of. But knowing I don't need it, or it has memories that I don't want, you know. And it's like I have to sit here and decide, like, do I want this big guy right here? Like, this guy's pretty good, pretty decent, super expensive, but there's one down here that is super like floppy and annoying. So I'm over here trying to decide.
Why are you yelling into the microphone? Why is that? Why so aggressive all of a sudden? And with things that you don't like to keep anymore, why not do a yard sale? You live on the first floor. You know, that would help you socialize with all of your friends and neighbors that you have such a good connection with that you wave at them on the street. Idiot.
What to do? I am getting rid of these mirrors, by the way. I used to have 3 of them because I was going to do this whole moment. They're so dusty right now, but I just like don't care. But I used to have 3. I got rid of 1. Now I still have 2. I have this guy and then the other one's right there. So I will be getting rid of these for sure. I'm trying to think of like what furniture I plan on keeping. I have a huge chair in my living room that I'm probably going to get rid of, which is kind of crazy. I don't know. It's just like memories or held on to certain things. Like, I'm trying really hard to separate myself from blankets. That's a whole other topic. But there's gonna be a lot of blankets that I'm getting rid of because of memories and stuff, because I have this weird like attachment with blankets. Literally been like this since I was like 2 years old, so don't ask, don't come for me. I'm a weird girly, I'm quirky. So the topic of blankets right now is a hard one. I know, I hope someone out there understands. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't know, we'll get there when we get there, I guess. Sorry, you guys hear my dryer in the back, but look.
Okay, thank God. I mean, I don't know what to say to all of that shit that she just said, but there she is, the twonk.
Look at that cutie. Look how sweet, Twinkie Store. She's out because we just took a walk.
She probably sleeps most of the day anyway. You know, given her age and her owner.
I'm out myself, so I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, you guys. I really want to try.
Nope. This is not an eat with me video. What is going on? It's the second time she deals with food now.
Hi, we're back. So it's been like 5 more minutes. I catch myself watching Alex, you guys know, the reaction channel. And I'm just listening to him right now. And he literally just said that if I lose weight and become like a success story, that no one's gonna watch me anymore.
Bullshit. I don't think so. I told you this back in 2018 or 2019. You would, and I don't know what she's about to say. This is my first time watching this video. But what I told her back then is if she turned things around, of course the hate watchers that want to see her gain more and more weight and stuff, you know, of course they would fall away. But she would gain a whole different kind of audience, or like maybe word would spread that she is actually losing weight and that this time she actually is doing the damn thing, and that would restore hope in a lot of people whose hope she has crushed about her ever changing for the better in her life. And so yes, I believe she would lose a lot of subscribers, but she would gain a different kind of subscribers that are interested in seeing her glow up and do better and save her life. You know, that's just my 2 cents.
Pretty much just said that. So it's just like these reaction channels, you ain't adding up. Like, do you actually care about me? And do you want to see me get better? Or are you really just like loving the demise?
How dumb are you? How can you ask into the camera the reaction channels what they want? Are you so detached from the real world that you do not understand that we're all individuals out here? And even if, let's say, there are reaction channels that are similar to mine, we're still different individuals with different backgrounds and different perceptions of things and different wishes, and because of our experiences, we have different expectations or different things trigger us. There are so many different people in your audience. I don't know why you do not understand that. And stop addressing the reaction channels. We're all individuals out here. It makes no difference if people have an active YouTube channel that they upload videos on, no matter if it's about you or not, or if it's just people that just watch on YouTube. There are people out here that want you to do well and want you to do better and want you to lose weight, and then there are those that don't. And then there are those that wish you did something completely different with your channel. Then they're the ones that probably think that weight loss surgery would have been the best for you. I mean, how dense must you be to ask that question into the camera? So dumb. How little imagination. We're all individuals out here.
Loving the train wreck, so you can just like keep making that money. Like, it's just not enough. And that's just like hard, because the more train wreck I am, the more views I get.
No, you can't even say that, because when have you ever seriously tried to lose weight? When have you ever lost a significant amount of weight on your channel? And did your views go down then? Your views just went down, and I don't know, I do not know the reason. Probably because you're just infuriating people with your smug demeanor and with your with all of your TED Talks the last few months about, weight loss surgery and how the surgeon kisses your feet because he doesn't have anything better to do with his life. And your lies, your blatant lies. So I don't know why your views kept going down to where you made it down to an income of about 3,000 a month. And then you pretend to have a breakup and your views go back up. So how can you tell the difference? How can you see a correlation between your views dropping and going up and your weight loss or weight gain? How can you see that? You are too dumb to analyze that. So why are you blurting it out into the camera when you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about?
I was getting my lowest views when I was on really, really good track. When I first got with Feline, it was during that era. I was like losing weight, I was eating super healthy.
No, you were getting, the views were lowering then because you were being a bitch. People left your channel, didn't watch you anymore because Becky was gone. They liked Becky. They saw how much she was suffering because of you. And you had basically kicked her out of your life. She had broken up with you, true, but you couldn't deal with it, your huge ego. And so you were being a bitch to her in every single live stream. That's why the views went down then. Then you tried to sell us the premise that a wipey is in your life, like all of a sudden, like not even 2 weeks before then, and I recently played that clip. You said,
I'm not having another girlfriend, ever.
I don't want one either.
I mean that.
and then all of a sudden here comes this person from New York and moves in with you, and Becky hasn't even moved out, and you were being a snide, condescending bitch. That's why your views went down. And then they kept going down more and more because people realized, yeah, so that wipey's not going to show herself on camera. Then you started with the whole lie of there being two wipeys because you're too much of a coward to face your audience with the fact that you were in a relationship with a polyamorous person. Because you're an idiot. We warned you. You didn't listen. And so now your views are going to go back down. I can already predict it because you're a piece of shit.
And I was getting the lowest of views. And now that I'm like not doing that, I don't know.
But you had been gaining weight since, I don't know, since you started with the whole weight loss surgery arc since the end of November, right? And your views were going down. So you were gaining weight and your views were going down. So maybe if you lost weight, your views would go back up. I still don't know what you did to make your views go back up, if you bought them or not. I wouldn't put it past you.
See, it's things like that. When people say things like that, it's just like, it mentally messes with me.
Yeah, because you have mental disorders and you cannot focus on anything, and because your IQ is kind of low, let's be real here, right? What you need to do is learn how to listen to your heart. What does your heart say? If your heart says, I want to go out this way, I just don't see any other way for me. I want to go out this way, I want to eat myself to death. Go ahead and do it, but stick to it and stand up for it and say, this is what's happening on my channel now. If you don't like it, please leave. If you like it, or if you want to see where things are taking me, please stick around. But you have to make up your mind. You cannot talk a good game about weight loss and keep gaining weight. You're an idiot for thinking that that would ever work. And if it had ever worked, and I guess it did, 2018, 2019, that time is gone. And people can only be fooled for a certain amount of time before they say, wait, I mean, I'm kind of slow, but I guess I'm catching up. She's fooling us. And so pick a lane, pick a path for yourself, and then stick to that. And then you won't have to constantly turn that camera on and seek approval and criticize your reaction channels. Because nobody has to go to bed at night living with what you do with your life. That's only you. So you need to find the connection, like reconnect with yourself if you can. I think you're a full-blown sociopath. I'm saying this as nobody that works in the healthcare field, but I think you're a full-blown sociopath, and that's why you have no idea. What you do is take on the personality of the people around you, and there are no people around you, and that's why you're spinning out of control. But stop getting in front of the camera and talk to people like, we're not your friends. We're not your friends, Amber. We're just people that watch you. Some of us are on your side, some of us, or a lot of us, are not. But you're gonna, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to live with what you're doing with your life.
Hardcore. Knowing that I could lose my job if I become healthy and successful in my weight loss, like that.
Okay, number one, it's not a job, it's only an income, and you've been lucky to have it for this long. But were you actually thinking that for the rest of your life this YouTube channel is gonna keep giving you enough money to not having to work? Life doesn't work that way, honey boo-boo. It does not. You might as well face facts. You're gonna have to work or get in line at social services. And then you're gonna have to report any income. And so, do yourself, boo-boo, like we always tell you, but stand up for it and deal with the consequences of what that brings you. If you want to be a bitch on your channel and nonstop, complain to your audience, then that's what you're receiving back. If you want to be a positive person, say, here's a list of goals that this time, for the first time, I'm actually going to actively work on or work towards, then you attract a totally different crowd. Right now, everybody's just annoyed with you because you don't know what you're doing with your life, and you keep complaining about reactions to your words and actions.
Like, don't say things like that, please.
Why does it bother you what people out here say? You would not be able to survive in the real world with that kind of attitude. Because with the bitch that you are and with the horrid personality you have, you would get backlash out here all the time. I can assure you that. And you could call it bullying and fat shaming all you want. It would just be getting backlash for being a bitch. And that's the kind of concepts you're gonna have to work out in your head before we can let you loose on society again.
Okay. Now that I'm done expressing my feelings,
I'm gonna eat my feelings, and we're not gonna watch, and so I'm gonna skip ahead. Yeah, eating on camera again in every single video. It is so pathetic. All right. And popping another sody.
ASMR.
Yep. Okay, so now the 600 pounder is yet again done with stuffing her face on camera.
Okay, so the popsicle stick thing, I've been enjoying it, and a lot of you have too. So I actually posted on my Instagram for you guys to send me more questions, because all the ones that I have now are all weight related. So obviously I'm gonna still answer the ones I haven't done, but it's just gonna be a continuous loop of just like questions, things to talk about. I have
Shoot me now.
thought long and hard about getting a podcast, I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like I can yip and yap and talk and just, I literally could talk your ear off. I'm not even lying. Like, get me in the right mood and my mouth won't shut.
That's why everybody ran away from you. You know. Gosh, look how bitter she looks.
I just don't think that a podcast is something that I would want to do by myself. Like having a co-host, or maybe just like someone literally there, like a host, like a two-hoster, me and someone else. Rarity.
Yeah, you know what? Just because you can talk doesn't mean that you should have a podcast. I hate to be the one again to burst your bubble, but your voice is so annoying. And I guess if you had never showed your oversized body on camera, based on your voice and your intelligence and your vocabulary, people would have dumped you a long time ago. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think that would be cool. I would totally do it, but it's
Go ahead and do it. Hey guys, if she does that, she's not gonna get on our nerves with her videos anymore. You know, maybe start another channel, but she'd be too much of a coward. She just admitted it. She'd be too much of a coward to do another channel and see if she can grow it, because she depends on all the lying and manipulation and clickbaiting and monetizing her misery and everybody else's misery around her to grow this channel. And so, yeah, let her do podcasts. I'm gonna drop her like a hot potato.
It's like, there are a couple people in my life I feel like we would make a bomb podcast, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Becky. And then you can talk about you guys' relationship. That would be interesting.
it would be tea, it would be drama, it would be hot topics, it would be controversial opinions. Like, it would...
Okay, you talking about tea just like Destiny and everybody else in your vicinity. It was never tea. The things that they were talking about, we had already figured out. So, you always wanting to stir the pot and just base your success, I mean the amount of views, on your trolling and initiating drama and being stupid just to get views.
so good, but unfortunately the two people I'm actually thinking of I don't talk to anymore. So, and the tea is, one of them used to be my best friend and another one of them used to be my ex.
I don't even care.
So I'm not even gonna say who and what
Who cares? Move on.
and when and how, because it doesn't even matter. But I'm just saying that it would be a good podcast.
Okay, move on.
For real, for real. Like, I really do love doing the whole popsicle thing with you guys. But I just feel like vlogs are very like everyday life, you know, your daily life, what you're doing, talk about what you're doing.
Yeah, but you're not doing anything, and whenever you talk about doing your chores or whatever, we know it's a lie.
So some topics just don't come up, and like hearing what your audience wants you to talk about, it definitely helps and builds more like topics around your channel. Hey guys, so it's like the end of the night. I should already be like in bed.
You took a nap. Look at your hair. What the f are you talking about?
Melatonin in my body, but yeah, so I need to go do that. So I hope that you guys did enjoy this vlog.
No, bye-bye, Amber. Yeah, guys, I'm a little bit annoyed with her because it's just the same over again. There's just no changes. There are no new lies that one could pick apart. There's nothing. Just her turning in circles, feeling sorry for herself, not making any positive changes in her life. I'm glad she showed us Twinkie, but yeah, at least we know Twinkie's still there. And so, yeah, I'm gonna cut this off, and thank you for listening to this. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!